This is Northeast Broadway in Portland, Sullivan's Gulch. There's a lot of traffic around here, and it's around this traffic that Margaret Slovak's story will turn. We started shooting this story in 2002. Margaret was playing at Hopewell House, a hospice.
Oh my, it's so relaxing and gives me so much peace and joy. When she comes to play for me, I know I'm gonna have a good night's sleep.
It is a difficult thing to do. When I first started doing it, it took me a long time before I could leave without just being completely devastated.
Usually by this time, I'm ready to go to sleep without medication. Just relaxed from listening to her play.
Not terribly long after we shot that, Margaret was involved in a traffic accident which left her unable to play.
I was stopped at a light on Northeast Broadway, and I just remember something hitting me from behind. It was a van that hit me, and I just felt like a bomb had gone off. I remember just thinking it was a bomb because I just was propelled forward. You know, my whole body just was stretched. The seatbelt went across this side. I've had a pretty heavy coat on, which helped me on this side, but this side that didn't have the seatbelt going across, it just folded forward, and my head went forward really far, and everything just stretched. I just felt like my whole neck and my shoulder and my thoracic region were just stretched, and I just remember I couldn't breathe. I was blacking out. I couldn't hardly see anything. So this is just a little cushion, kind of cushions the areas that were affected by my nerve injuries.
The accident caused Margaret to lose much of the control in her right hand, and it launched years of intensive physical therapy.
The first couple of months I could just use my index finger basically, so I started out with just these chords and just brushed with my index finger. You know, previously I would use the thumb and all fingers rapidly in all kinds of arpeggiated patterns. So for the first couple of months, to keep my left hand going, I just was experimenting, just with, you know, the left hand doing what it normally does, but only being able to strike, you know, with the index finger. So I came up with the opening to that song. And then I was able to use the second finger a little more, so I came up with a way to kind of brush the chords and play the single lines. Then I started to be able to use my thumb a little more. At first I had to do a lot of actually moving the whole arm because I just couldn't move it very much. You know, so I would kind of put the thumb where I wanted it to play, and I would just kind of, you know, move the whole arm. I just have to kind of feel where I'm at the moment, and whatever is happening here, it all is affected by this area. I just kind of go with it now.
A big part of Margaret's recovery has been teaching. Sean Solberg has an injury similar to Margaret's.
Come on in.
I've been working on that the fret thing, going through one through four, the right-handed exercise. Right hand, but I've been helping on both.
Okay.
Margaret's a great teacher, and she's kept me confident to progress upward, and I really enjoy it. All
right, well, let's just run over your good old notes in the frets first. So let's just do a few of the random frets. How about do the third fret.
Third fret is C. No, it's G. G.
There you go.
C.
Who inspires who the most here?
I think it's kind of mutual.
Mutual.
When he started for his lesson about a year ago, it was when I was having, you know, still a lot of problems, more problems than I am now with the hand, and I was pretty frustrated, and I think it actually helped me to help him figure out how to, you know, adapt his left hand just I was learning how to adapt my right hand. So
opposite hands.
yeah, yeah.
When Margaret began to play again, her first public performances came in hospitals and hospices.
I started going back and playing in the hospice first, and I felt like, well, you know, it's not about virtuosity or whether I can play this classical piece or this, and it was about just playing for the people and trying to help them with the music, and I still was able to do that even with one or two fingers. And if it hadn't been for the patients in the hospitals, I might have stopped, because, you know, the patients were even encouraging me. For the first year or so, I was wearing all these braces and all these things, and they'd see it, they'd ask me about it, you know, and I'd be playing up in the neurotrauma unit, you know, for people who had broken necks and broken backs and brain injuries, and, you know, they were very supportive of me and just kind of gave me inspiration to keep going.
And so, after 2 years of rehabilitation, it was finally time for Margaret to perform in concert once again. I was honored that she asked me to introduce her. The concert is called New Wings, her CD is called New Wings, and I think you know why. Let's welcome back to the performing stage, Margaret Slovak.
The first piece I'm going to do is entitled New Wings, and this is a piece that I actually wrote during the first couple of months after the accident, when I could only use, starting out with just one finger on the right hand and then two fingers, and it was composed kind of with an adaptive technique, but it's also kind of a metaphor for what I went through. And this painting on the right was the painting that it took me about a year to complete, and it's called New Wings also. It goes along with the music. So anyway, thank you very much. This is New Wings. It was a little scary. I mean, I had quite a lot of anxiety about it, and I wasn't sure whether I could pull it off. I mean, I had a lot of problems still, but it felt good to get back up there. And once again, the thing that really helped me, rather than trying to think, oh, I have to be perfect, and you know, I'm never going to be perfect because of this injury, I'm never going to be able to play the way I did. I just kind of tried to let go of that. And you know, I had some wonderful musicians up there with me, and the crowd was great. I mean, actually there were a lot of patients I'd played for, family members I'd played for, so I had a really warm feeling from the audience, and that kind of helped me. And I got up there and I just thought, you know, I'm just going to let go of worrying about anything and just try to communicate through the music to these people. wasn't perfect. I had a lot of physical problems. The hand gave out many times, and I didn't play things exactly like I wanted to, but I think from the heart I did, and that was a really great feeling to just be able to get up there and play a concert again.